Welcome to My SoberTruth, the podcast where we talk about the issues that are holding you back from flourishing in your life. This is where we break the chains of fear and resentment while learning to live in gratitude, how to stay focused and keep your life on a positive track even in the face of adversity. I'm your host, Sean Smith Sr., so grab yourself a cup of coffee and stay tuned as we dig in deep on these tough issues and we try to help you find your sober truth.
Hi folks, just wanted to take a little time here this week to talk about something that's pretty heavy on my mind right now. As of the day that I'm writing this, I woke up this morning to find out that an old friend of mine had passed away. He was about my age, and while he wasn't one of my best friends, he was a guy that when we ran into each other out and about, we definitely had a lot of love for each other. We used to work together in bars as bouncers. We also used to work a lot of live concerts and events together, and having to depend on each other for safety reasons, you wind up getting pretty close. It's kind of a brotherhood. When you have to go into a situation where you really don't know what's going to happen, you could be taking your life into your own hands. You're not sure what's up, and you're going in without a weapon into a possibly violent scene. You need to know that the people who are there with you doing these things, you need to know that they've got your back. And this particular guy who passed away yesterday, you never had to have that question in your mind. I never remember wondering whether or not this guy had my back. I'm not going to mention any names, but those of you who know me from back in those days probably know who I'm talking about. He was a big old teddy bear of a guy, but he could also be pretty intense when the time called for it. I'm going to miss him. You know, I haven't seen him in a long time, but I have chatted with him a time or two since I moved. I moved away from my hometown coming up on 8 years ago now, and I probably hadn't seen him in a few years before that, so it's been a while. We used to see each other a lot 20 years ago, like 4 or 5 times a week we'd see each other. When we were working with each other, and even when we weren't working with each other, we frequented the same bars, so we'd run into each other a lot. He would be working somewhere, and I would come in and see him, or I would be working somewhere, and he would come in and see me. So I'm mourning and grieving and trying to put my feelings into words to talk to you guys about it this morning. And the one thing that I do know is that I don't want to go out and drink or drug and ruin my life over this pain. What I do know is that I don't want to turn my life around from where it's been and where I built it to. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at, and I've had a whole lot of help from a whole lot of people. And I've had a whole lot of help from my higher power, who's just shown me time and time again that it's going to be there for me. They're all going to be there for me. And I don't want to let anyone down, but most of all, I don't want to let myself down. I believe my story relates and resonates with a lot of people, and when you relate, you can start to heal. I had to find out that I was not the only one who felt like this, and so I want to be able to put into words how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling. But I don't want to go the wrong way with this like in the old days. If this would have happened, the first thing I would have said is, let's go have a drink for our friend. Let's go have a drink for our buddy. Come on, let's go drink our sorrows away. That's not the way I want to handle it these days. And from having a few conversations with my friend, I know that he was proud of me and he was proud of what I was doing in my life. And I want to live up to that. I really want to live up to that pride. I want to live up to it for myself more than anything, but for him and for all those who've helped me and cheered me on along the way, I do not want to go backwards. It hurts. It's like a kick in the gut waking up and hearing this, but at the same time, it just leads to more resolve for me. It makes me want to go out and be even better and improve and make sure that this way of life that I've embraced, these things that I'm doing, they're worth it and they're what make me happy. The way that I used to live my life, man, I had a lot of fun. But a lot of that was superficial. A lot of that fun wound up to be me in the morning not having very much fun while looking for my car or my car keys or looking for my wallet or wondering how in the world I was going to pay all my bills because I just spent all the money that I had the night before. Well, I don't want to live that way anymore. I'm going to miss my friend and I'm going to think about him. That's what I'm going to do. He's going to be on my mind, and I want to think about him, and I want to get through this in a healthy way, in a way that would make him proud, in a way that makes me proud. I don't know what I'm going to do to honor him. I might just go sit in a swing at my house for a while and think about the memories from back then. But to be quite honest, I'm sitting here writing, and maybe this is how I honor him. Maybe this is how I pay my respects to a bro who always had my back, and I had his when we were in the thick of it. I hope it would be an honor to him. I think it would be. I think he would really appreciate the fact that people are out here thinking about him and really did think the world of him. Like I said, he was a great guy, and I never once had to worry about whether or not he had my back. I don't know what this means for me, moving forward as far as grief. I'm not real good at this. What I want to do is pack it away and not think about it, but that's not the right thing to do, and it's not a healthy thing to do. That's definitely not going to help me heal. I'm going to think about this long and hard, and I'm going to try and deal with it as best I can as I say some prayers for all of his friends and family. What I do know is that life is amazing, and we don't know how long it'll be, and we don't know how long we have left. So let's make every minute count. Take every minute that you can to spend with your family. Spend it with your friends. Spend it with your loved ones. And when you see someone that you haven't seen for a while, or you see someone that you've seen every day, it doesn't matter. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you care about them. Even if they don't say it back to you, who cares? You tell them how you feel, and then when a day like today comes around and you find out that someone passed away, and maybe you didn't express how you felt the last time you saw them, you won't have to worry about it because you did. You told them, hey man, I love you, and I want you to know that I care about you, and I hope to see you again soon. Well, with that, I'm going to sign off. Have a great day today and every day until we meet again, folks. Love you.